Hello, 2023. And thank you so much for tuning into the
The Mobility
Mobility
Bros.
Bros. I'm Coach Cliff, and I'm here with my brother, Ron Hilton. He is my host. We will be covering athletic mindset on this show, mobility, pain reduction, the thought process of practitioners and patients, and the mindset of clients and members. But for today, we are really excited to share what we've learned in 2022, what we're aspiring to do in 2023, how excited we are to continue to build this podcast, this YouTube channel, and hopefully branch off to iTunes and Spotify and wherever you're listening to content. And deliver great content. We're excited to talk about the groups and the people we want to bring in, but we also are really excited to share kind of what our holidays was like and what we're looking forward to in 2023. So without further ado, let's me introduce my boy, Ron. Ron, what's up, man? How are you today?
What's going on, Cliff?
Chilling, baby. You know I love that energy. How are you, man? How was your holiday?
It was great, man. Really enjoyed it. And I love the fact that we're just really just kicking off the new year with this new episode and for the year. This is our first episode of 2023. And but yeah, man, I was before we hopped on, me and Cliff were just chopping it up, just talking about how our holidays were, and I made a blueberry pie from scratch for the first time, and it was delicious.
I love that. I love that.
So,
Congratulations.
yeah, man. I mean, the blueberry bite has nothing to do with mobility, has nothing to do with fitness, but it was presented for the holidays. So,
I think it's nutrition somewhere in there. There's nutrition somewhere in there. Good, bad,
it's
or
just the
indifferent.
blueberries. The blueberries,
Antioxidants. They fight free radicals, right? They fight free radicals.
Right,
there you go. But that's awesome. Yeah, man. I'm glad you had a great time. I'm glad you're able to get out there and explore in your culinary arts. And, it's funny, right? Because when I think about 2023 and I think about my own personal goals, I've connected with so many different groups. And when I say so many, I probably can count the groups in the last year, 2 years on one hand. But that's a lot of people. When you think about each group probably has 500 to 1,000 members, right? Each group. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's all about taking action. Like, what is my action plan? What am I really trying to strive? What is my intention for 2023? And now we know the last couple of years, there have been things that are completely out of our control, that derail us, that forces us to innovate, forces us to think outside of the box, especially if we're forced inside of the box. So with all that to be considered, my word for 2023 is all about self-mastery. Now, I've been talking about self-mastery. I rediscovered self-mastery in a really important way in 2021, late 2021, when I connected with a group called Unblinded that was run by Sean Callaghy, an amazing group. And all of 2022, I managed my finances. I took care of my son, made sure I paid for his college education, as well as taking care of us and the business and all the things. I started a podcast with my boy, Ron. I got involved in so many things. And I asked myself, what was my level of self-mastery? And to be honest, probably say it was like a 6.5. I know I can get to a 9.99. I know I'm not going to be perfect. I know I'm not going to hit a 10 anytime in this lifetime. And that's okay with me. I'm not striving for perfection. I'm striving to take action and to learn each and every day of these days that I have, whether it's changing my sleep schedule, changing my environment, working harder on my own personal fitness. Because I've been told I don't look like a personal trainer. Go figure. I don't know what that means, but I've been told things like that, right? Whatever that means. And so what does it mean to lean into my self-mastery? Block out the noise. Sometimes it's good to have those blinders on, just like a thoroughbred horse running a race, right? They don't want to be distracted. They need to see what's in front of them. But the intention of making sure I know what's in front of me and having that intention to deliver on those action steps is going to be very vital for the survival of my business, Fitness Essentials, for the knowledge that I know I have within me, for the ability to get on stages and speak to others with certainty, and to have fun. And having fun is like accomplishing goals. If you ever played a video game and you beat it, it's like, oh man, that was a great experience, right? So for me, that's my word. My word is self-mastery for the year. I'm going to lean into it every single day. I'm going to lean into it as a father to my kids, a husband to my wife, a leader to my community, a captain to my team. That's where I want to be. So that's how I'm feeling about 2023. My intentions are sound in it. And I really believe that as long as I stick with that intention, I'm going to see some magic this year. How about you?
That's awesome, Cliff, and I respect that that word is self mastery. I'm gonna say the word for me would be growth, and I think it aligns a lot with self mastery as well, and just focusing on my own growth and my own health and fitness goals. I'm actually I'm pretty close. I'm gonna do it pretty close, but I think I'm gonna get back on stage and do another bodybuilding competition for June. I talked to I have a friend of mine. He's a physique pro, and and he is. I talked to him yesterday, and I told him, I'm really considering it. So for June, I have a lot of work to do. And to your point, where you were saying, people say that you don't look like a personal trainer. I think it's just people perceive the perception of the world. Everyone sees every personal trainer looking like a Greek goddess.
Yeah. Well, TikTok will do that to you.
Yeah, TikTok will make you do that, like, every human being walks in slow motion with like a chest out here. It's not real, I mean, we're all human beings. We all have different shapes and sizes, and it's no different than being in the fitness industry. But growth, it's just like some of the things I really relate to what you were saying, Cliff. And I looked at 2022 and all the things that I did, and as far as my own growth in building up and the things that I've accomplished in 2022, and actually did a video on that, goals versus resolutions, and some of the goals and things and the growth that I've achieved within the last year were just huge. Like partnering up with you and doing a podcast, a YouTube channel. Had no idea what I was doing, but I was like, it's something I wanted to do. And to be quite honest with you, I probably would have kept, spinning around in a circle about whether I was going to do it or not if I didn't partner up with somebody. And I felt like, partner up with someone who that's very like-minded, really, really just put it into speed, into focus to make it happen. But as far as, like I said, 2023 is growth. It's growth in the avenues of business that I'm doing, growth in my own personal health and wellness, and very transparent. When I do this show and really focus on my focus on me and get dialed in, it's going to be about 50 pounds I'm going to have to cut to get down to where I need to be for June. And then just constantly just loving on my family, my wife and my daughter, and just being present. My daughter has some stomach issues, and we're always, I'm always checking in on her, just making sure she's good, and that she's being healthy, and we're making sure that she's getting the right care for that. And so just working on, I always pride myself on working on being the best version of me. Because some of the goals, and we talk about goal setting and things that I was focused on, and in my own growth was is being consistent with sales in my clothing apparel line. And I always say, even if it was just one sale I made that month for a shirt, it was a sale, just really and all my sales were organic, and just focusing on that. I pride myself on just reaching out and just sharing and being genuine to people. Another thing, focusing on growth was growing myself as a sports massage therapist. And I can tell you last year was just absolutely amazing. I had the opportunity I got invited back out to Oregon for the Outdoor National Championships to work with USA Olympic Track and Field. I I got picked up by UConn and started working with, got contracted with UConn, I should say. I can be very clear that I'm not employed by them, but I'm contracted by them to work with the D1 athletes, specifically with women's and men's ice hockey. Then I have a friend of mine who she was going into some trouble with not having dependable people come into her massage and wellness program to work, which just blows my mind. Like, I feel like we come from a different cloth. When people say, "Hey, we have employment, we have work," you show up, right?
Yeah.
These people don't want to show up. They got excuses. They up here trying to check their money, make sure it's right. I'm like, it's nuts, right? I mean, yeah, you're an independent contractor. I mean, you're very well familiar with that as far as owning your own facility. But no one, if someone kept coming up to you in your face and talking about, well, we got to check this and that, they got to go. So it's just, but I got the opportunity to. I said yes, I will come in. I will bring value. I would help. So it's just growth. It's just focusing on my own growth and focusing on things that opportunities do come to you while you're in the midst of doing the things that you're currently doing. And I strongly believe in that. And I think that's a part of growth too. People see your greatness. People see that you have the ability to do things to provide value, and then be like, hey, that guy is showing up every day. He's got that growth. He's got the self-mastery. He's got it, and people, like I said, I think we come from a different type of mentality and focus, and you show up and just you go. And I think it's part of of being an entrepreneur as well. When you're an entrepreneur, you show up and you just keep growing yourself, and then projecting every year. You always kind of keep going and going. I always have a board I put together, and I say, you know what? If I put a green check mark off on that board, that's something I accomplished. And I try to keep it really simple every year.
Yes, that's a great point. I think last year, especially, I paralyzed myself by overcomplicating way too many things. I overcomplicated the way I wanted to shoot the podcast. I overcomplicated my sleep schedule. I overcomplicated how I wanted to drive business. I overcomplicated my online services versus my in-person services. Trying to build this thing, and I'm getting coaching from this person, and this other person's volunteering to coach, and this other person's giving me information, and I don't like chasing my tail. So this year I'm not. This year I'm just gonna lean into those opportunities that I've discovered. And all of us are doing this. I mean, many of us, I'm sure, especially entrepreneurs, fitness professionals, period, have been trying to unlock and understand what does 2023 look like as far as marketing, promoting, sharing your story, being authentic, getting the crowds or the ideal people or avatars, whatever you call them, that you want in front of you. And so I think you don't need to overcomplicate things. I think that's just a great point, Ron.
Yeah. And I kind of feel like I'm a little bit the king of overcomplicating. I get caught up and I do my best. In every year I always get a brand new calendar, and I'm old school. I still write things on a calendar. I don't use my phone, and I guess in this time and world, sometimes when you're out, people will be like, hey, put it on your calendar. I'm like, well, I can wait till I get home, kind of thing like that. But it's like, I try to, thing is just really keep things super simple. And I think one of the things, part of my growth too, is work on trying not to get so distracted. I am I swear a squirrel runs by my desk every day. I'm like, squirrel, squirrel, and
Facts.
and my wife always makes, she gave me some advice, and she says, why don't you take your laptop and go to the library, go somewhere. And I don't know, I kind of feel like since I've been retired from corrections, I enjoy just being home. I feel like anytime I have to go somewhere, I got to pack everything up. I got to go out, and then I'm kind of stuck there. But I guess that's another way of thinking that's kind of in your own way. You just got to find ways to not get so distracted in your life, when you're working. I think another thing too, I'm going to talk about as part of my growth is having having mentors or more coaches that are really there to help and serve you. I felt like last year I really didn't lean on that. I kind of leaned on a lot of me, a lot of I do a lot of reading and stuff, but I leaned on a lot of me. And then what I found out, there were some things that I was slipping in my life. I am a fitness professional expert, but one of the things I can honestly say, I was not the best steward of my own nutrition. And I was not the best steward of working out to the level I should be working out at, and I always was that person who, that worked out pretty, I always worked out fairly intense during the week. And just, just really just being a good steward and just having someone that can hold you accountable to the things that you want to do, or even a guide or a mentor, someone you can check in with. Like I was saying to you, I was going to do the show. And then I said to my coach, because he coached me for my last show, I said, you know what I would love to do is just, even after we can finish the show, just keep sticking with you, just to have that check in and that accountability person, just to keep you there. There's a certain look I want to, there's a certain way I want to look on a daily basis. I want to feel, and I know that sometimes those brownies be looking amazing, or a bagel, that bagel be talking to me, and I I'm very open that I am a foodie, so it's just, working on that. But when you really do show up in front of people and they're asking you for nutrition and health, that you got to show up the same way that you're telling your clients to show up as well.
Yeah, I mean, yes to all of it, and congratulations on putting that goal out there and going to achieve it. And I feel like this year is all about staying committed to words, right?
Yeah.
I have this really exciting opportunity to do a 10K and coach people to do a half marathon and marathon in Jamaica.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's the Jamaican reggae marathon. It happens right
wow.
around my birthday in December. I met this wonderful person named Wendy. She's phenomenal.
And the weather's beautiful around that time.
And I have her group. She asked me to be a part, and I'm surrounded by brilliant coaches and other amazing people. And so my goal is to do content for them every day. And the beautiful thing about doing content for them, which this will be a part of as well, I will drop the podcast in there for Mobility Bros, is that I get to do content from everyone. Right? I get to do content from my community. Another thing that I've been really leaning in and having a hard time is like second guessing myself, questioning myself. All these things are reflections of 2020 and 2021 and 2022, when you had to change everything about what you were doing, from going and training people in the gym where I was sitting around. I'd do some workouts. I mean, I'm here waiting for my client. I had a cancellation. I just got a free hour. I'm here anyway. The weights are looking pretty. I'm going to go do them. Then I'll sweep and clean and get ready for my next client. When all of a sudden you're at home, you're trying to train, but your 5-year-old needs you to do something, play most likely, or, your wife is asking you for this. It's just the distractions, like you said, the squirrels. And so this year, I'm really leaning into have an intention. I'm a hybrid calendar guy. I write things down and I use my phone, especially because I'm managing my wife and my college kid and everything like that. that needs to happen. So whatever you need to do to adapt, that's key. Adaption is key. It's not the strongest that will survive. It's the ones who can adapt the best.
Absolutely.
So that's what I truly believe. And that's what I've been able to do: innovate, adapt, create, recreate, be open-minded, and leaning in. And we wish you guys the best. So let's talk about 2023. What is our future goals? What do you see for yourself and for Mobility Bros? We knocked out 7 episodes last year, and we met and did it from October to December.
And we still haven't met in person. What?
And we still haven't got it. I know. I need that Ron hug. I need that Ron high five. I need to sip some Isogenics with you. I need to chill. You know what I mean? We need to chill and like
you pinky up, bro.
I know. Pinky up. I know, right? With some BCAAs.
I know.
But yeah, man. So what are you looking forward to when it comes to Mobility Bros, when it comes to your own apparel, Be Legendary, when it comes to your goals? What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, so for Mobility Bros, I'm definitely looking to bring on some guests. Basically evolve around what, what we believe in. And I know that we have a pool of people or in networks that we can tap into that would be more than open to coming on and talking about what their backgrounds are, and we can even create a topic for them to discuss based off of what their background and what they're doing or what. But yeah, that's kind of what one of the goals for that. And for my apparel line, I want to keep growing. I think one of the things I really want to niche very well is the organic marketing and email marketing. It seems it's free, so. But I also would like to understand better how to do paid ads as well, and just really get clear on that, because that's kind of more of that pillow money, that money that you can make while you're sleeping. You don't physically always have to be actively doing something with that. And then my fitness goals is just to lean out, get strong, really look and play the part a little bit more. I have that one competition in mind. I think I know I may do all right. I always pride myself every year, at least physically competing in something every year. Last year, which was it was just a huge comeback for me. I had, I don't know if I've shared this in our past episode, but I had a freak accident, and I was actually training for an event. And I was pressing 65 pounds, and I was doing a full press, and my tricep, all 3 heads completely ripped off my elbow. So my elbow completely turned down. I had the weight in my hand. It dropped, had another weight, just kind of threw it off to the side. And hold on. Hey, buddy, go back. My nephew, come here, man. Come here. You can sit on my lap. All right. This is my nephew for you. So, all right, go ahead and see mommy, okay? Okay. All right. And close the door. Go close the door. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and close the door. Yeah. Here you can. Yeah, go ahead. You can have the stickers. All right. So
it's a beautiful thing about editing. We can just edit this all out. That's why I don't like going live.
Yeah.
But he's adorable. My goodness.
Yeah. Hey, we can keep it in, man. It's real, man. But just to finish that up, actually, once I had the rehab and got it reattached, it was probably a year and a half since that happened. In the beginning of May last year, like I said, I always try to have an event where I compete. But in May, I came back into one of my first powerlifting event of the year, and I hit a PR of 440 for a deadlift. So 440 pounds for a deadlift. And mind you, a year prior to that, I had no grip strength, so just from that incident.
Wow.
So yeah, man, it's I always pride myself on really setting out some goals for competing. So that one thing far as the bodybuilding, the competition and physique, competing in physique, that's one. I may do another powerlifting event. I don't know. We'll see. But at least I always try to put something out there.
Yeah, that's
That's yeah,
exciting.
yeah. So that's a couple of things that's going on, and then just keep growing myself as a sports massage therapist. Keep educating myself. Keep doing continuing ed. Um, really focusing on maybe growing a little bit in my health and wellness and nutrition business. Talk to you about the brand partner program. There's a partnership program that I'm working on with that, and just finding other experts that might be interested in that as well. So yeah.
I think that's phenomenal. And I just want to thank everyone so much for supporting us through this, for liking, subscribing, being a part of this channel. Please write down in the comments if you have found your word of the year, as we explained what it is, as we talked about kind of what we're looking to do, our intentions. What is your word of the year? Is it something close to self-mastery? Is it something as easy as take action? Not that that's easy, but the word comes quickly. Is it rest? Is it recovery? Because you've been juggling so many things since the beginning of 2020 and everything changing, and now that things are starting to level out and we're starting to see some normalcy again. Do you feel like you need rest because you've been overworked and overthinking and over achieving, and you need to come back to recovery and reality? What is your word? We'd love to hear it. We'd love to support you in it. And thank you so much again for connecting with us, for being here. Please like and share this with friends and family. This isn't just for the clients that we work with. This is also for the business owners, the practitioners. This is for both sides, because we're coming from both sides. For me, I'm really looking forward to Mobility Bros 2023. I'm looking forward to dropping a massive amount of episodes once a week. I'm looking forward to connecting with some amazing doctors and influencers and people who've worked with clients, people who are clients, just a gamut of different guests, some different perspectives, so we can share those perspectives with our community. I'm looking forward to ecosystem merge with all the relationships that we've had, that we build, that we're building. We have athletes, we have NFL pros, we have track athletes, we have amazing people that we really look forward to introducing. So after episode 10, we look forward to bringing one of our guests on and continuing to grow the program and continuing to grow this channel with you guys. And we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the audience. We'd just be talking to ourselves, and we could do that on the phone. So thank you so much. Please be a part of it.
Yeah. And one more thing I want to add.
Yeah.
My number one thing I want to do is us getting together in person and doing an episode.
Yeah, that's got to happen. Like that's got to
happen.
We got to do an in-person episode. There's going to be an event. There's got to be an event between now and then that we're going to be at together, because we're so connected in so many things that it's got to happen. I love to get Phil on here. I love to get Drew Berman on here. I love to get some Aaron on here. I mean, there's so many amazing people. Shout out to all the amazing people that have been doing amazing things and just creating that amazing ecosystem that we're a part of. So thank you guys so much for being a part of episode 8, the first episode of 2023. We are excited. We are going to continue to bring that energy. We're going to continue to lift and uplift you guys as we continue to uplift ourselves. Everything we say we want to do. So I'm looking forward to getting ready to run a 10K marathon in Jamaica. That is one of my biggest goals for this year. And I'm looking forward to helping motivate people to just take action, because this amazing group already is doing so many things in the world that I just want to help them take action. And I'm going to be living by example for that. So, Ron, thank you so much, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much, man.
And let us go the way you do.
All right. I want you to stay awesome, keep staying greatness, and be legendary.
Let's go. 2023 is here. We appreciate you all. Have a blessed day, blessed week. If you're watching this in the future, drop down the comments, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.